Namaste and Jai Shri Krishna to all. Welcome to Path to Anandam self-healing sessions. And today our session is Heal Yourself by Knowing the Power of Koshas. Pranam to Hariharji Maharaj and all of you. I'm Satya Kalra, the host of the program and the founder of Path to Anandam. And with Guruji's blessing, we are all here together. With Bhagwanji's blessing, we are going through this session. And whatever you see on this page is guidance and Guruji's Adesh. He told me, beta, spread the message of Gita. Gita का प्रचार करो और छोटी छोटी books लिखो. And that did not stop there. With his grace, with his blessings, help me not just to spread the Gita's message, but help others wherever I could follow the Gita's teachings. And we have a now YouTube Pro channel under name of Satya Kalra, where we have almost 550 videos now. And all these programs are being recorded and posted over there. So in case you ever need to go back, which I actually do it myself because I don't even remember what I said here, because it's all Guruji's and Bhagwanji's grace, and Bhagwanji speaks through me, so I really don't know many times what I'm speaking. So the contents. Today, experience your true self through knowing Koshas and journey of human evolution and expansion of our consciousness. So what is our true nature? Satchit Ananda. What are these 5 koshas? Relationship of these 5 koshas with body, mind, and soul. And what does Bhagavad Gita says about it? And what causes to block the alignment of these koshas? And how to unblock that? And what are the benefits are we going to get? We are going to experience I am Satchit Anand. And today's meditation is I know my true self, that I am Satchit Anand. Action and tips and question and answers, if there are any. So our true nature, who we are, it is embedded in our every DNA, every gene, every nucleotide, every space in our body, that I am Ananda. I am love. I am peace. I am divine. As it is in our DNA, then the question many times comes, what happens when we do not feel that way? Sometimes we feel angry, upset, stressed, anxious. And this is just like a water. The coolness of the water always exists, even though we put it on the boiling water, boiling burner, it boils. And when you take it off, what happens? It comes back to its original nature, the coolness. Similarly, due to some external factors, due to some our inner holdings, bad habits, old grudges, etc. All that sometimes makes us excited. We make the mistakes through our speech, through our moods, through our attitudes. But we come down just like water. Our true nature comes back and we feel that I am Satchitananda. I am love. I am peace. I am divine because it is in my DNA. So what does, and Bhagavad Gita says about it, it further explains that yes, we are Satchit Anand and we are made. We are the body. We have the senses. Here it says, Indriyani parihanu indriyabhya parmam mana manastu para buddhirdya buddhya prastatusa. The senses are said to be the higher than the body. Here comes the body. The senses are above that. And the mind is higher than that. The senses and intellect is still higher than. You can see here the intellect is higher than that. And then the supreme power, that the Atma, the spirit, is even higher than the intellect. So how it relates to further what we are covering the subject today. Chakras and koshas. See, it also relates to the chakras, which we further explain, but here you can see the chakras also. See the red color? Here is the Mooladhara chakra. You see the yellow. Here comes our little going upward, and it comes our Manipura chakra. Then the heart chakra, you can see it's moving further up, heart chakra, and then going to mind level, intellect, and then to Atma. See, all this in the body. And that's where today our session is for the koshas. So these koshas, this 5 koshas, this is called Panch koshas, where we are sitting right in the middle. And these layers of the Panch koshas are all around us. These are our psychic layers. And very first one, Anmaya kosha. Physical body with senses, which we just talked about. And this is the Anmaya kosha. This is the food layer, food sheet. So this is nurtured by our food, which is also called the sthul sharira. So this is nurtured with food because we are sometimes become the slave of our senses. Then the pranamaya kosha. This links between body and mind. And this is the vital energy sheet. And all these sheets, you can see that this is all these sheets. I give the analogy here, just like an onion. Onion is the essence of onion. The sweet part of the onion is covered with the other layers, which gives us tears when we cut it. But the essence, the sweetness is right in the middle. Similarly, our sweetness, our anandam is within us. So pranamaya kosha, this is the vital energy, pranic energy, which we breathe, it turns into a pranic energy there. And then the manmaya kosha, mind, is the mental sheet. It is also called the psycho-emotional because this is where our emotions come. Every time we get upset, whatever happens, it's all in our subconscious mind, which sometimes without even realizing, and some thoughts start pouring on us. pop up some of the thoughts which we don't even realize. And sometimes we automatically get upset without even small things because it is in our subconscious mind, because this is mind is a storage of the thoughts. Subconscious, it's all in subconscious mind. And we sometimes operate on the autopilot. For example, when we drive the car, we automatically put the hands on the steering wheel, foot on the brakes, etc., because it's in our subconscious mind. Then Vijnanmaya Kosha, which is the responsible, which is the sheet of wisdom, discrimination, intellect sheets. Here you can see it. Here is the outer layer, body, energy. This is the Pranmaya Kosha. And this is the Manomaya Kosha. This is the mind related. And then discrimination comes from Vijnanmaya Kosha, our intellect. At the same time, ego, our I-ness, my-ness. So this is link between, as you can see, this is a link between mind and the Anandamaya Kosha. Here is the Anandamaya Kosha. That's where our pure consciousness is. This is where we feel the Satchit Anand that's within us. Here you can also see it, all these layers. These are the psychic layers. These are the sheets. So the consciousness, here the pure consciousness, the soul is capsulated in these 5 sheets, koshas. So why can't we feel Anandam? Now this is further explains. Because our alignment with these koshas is blocked. We live sometimes tamasic lifestyle, ignorance lifestyle. We forget who we are. And these develop the darkness, dark layers. And then Anandamaya Kosha cannot feel, experience that I am Satchit Ananda. I am eternal happiness, peace, love, because it is blocked. And Gita explains it further. Dhyayato Vishyan Punsa Sangasteshu Vijayate, Sanga Sanjayate Kama, Kama Krodho Vijayate. The reasons of our krodhas, reasons of our disharmony. Krodha bhavti sammoha, sammoha smriti vibhrama. Smriti, our manomaya kosha gets disturbed. Our vijnanmaya kosha gets disturbed. And buddhi nasha pranshati. So when intellect is gone. So here the tamasic lifestyle, the rajasic lifestyle, these create the barriers to experience our ananda. So this is the sheet of food, the Anandamaya sheet of food. And sometimes we eat the food, tamasic food or rajasic food, which we already discussed about it. Or sometimes bad karmas or bad speech or whatever the causes are, it results into bad health too. It's not because it's a body. And that's where we experience our sickness and headaches and insomnia and cannot sleep at night and heart burnings and blood pressure problems and diabetes. All these are the body related because they are impacted with the bad thoughts. And pranmaya kosha, this is the emotional energy. It's motion, and this is the pranic energy which get disturbed with our anger, upsetness, anxiety, stress, and we don't breathe properly. So here you can see how the Anmaya Kosha is now turned dark. Now the Pranmaya Kosha, we don't breathe properly, so it turned dark. And then Manmaya Kosha, we cannot think properly. We start think negatively. And then our Manmaya, our mind doesn't work properly, so that becomes dark. You can see each layer is becoming darker and darker here. And then Anandamaya Kosha. Our Anand. So all these layers are blocked. It disconnects us from our Anandamaya Kosha. It means it disconnects us to supreme power, and we cannot feel that I am Satchit Ananda. So what can we do about it? How can we align? How can we unblock all these into our original nature, where we can experience all that I am Satchit Anand? So we have to understand, before we get into alignment, that our brain, I put the brain here. See, we have a right brain and left brain. And right brain is responsible for certain functions, and left brain is responsible for some functions. Here you can, I will explain it further. See the greenness? See how calmness it is? This is the responsible for our holistic nature, our divine nature, our sattvic nature. We are more creative because our mind is calm. We can think more. Some of the poems come out. Some of the thoughts come out when we are studying Bhagavad Gita and we are in meditation. Why those thoughts, good thoughts come? Because our mind is, our brain, now our mind is working because the brain and mind are connected. Brain, you can, physiologically, you can have it because we all have the brain. But within the brain, we have a mind. And mind is the one which we cannot touch it. Brain can be touched. Mind cannot be touched. That's the subconscious. And conscious, that's the conscious level. Atma, we cannot touch. We can feel it. Body, we cannot. Body, we can touch it. But not our Atma. We can feel, we can touch our eyes, but we cannot touch the sight which is in. We can touch our tongue, feel it, but we cannot feel the taste which comes from it. We can touch our ears, but we cannot touch the hearing power within us. So this is the divine nature of us. We are very calm, artistic. And here is the left brain, which is very logical. Argues, why this happens? Why somebody did this to me? This also holds the negativity. But this is very important because most of the business icons are more left brain people because they are very logical. They can make the decisions where the right brain person has a difficult time sometimes to make the decisions because he's more into the calm level. It takes him more time, but they make a decision spur of the moment, especially for the worldly nature things. But here you can see there is a bridge. We have to bridge it. So we have to use our left mind and connect with the right mind. So left brain, right brain, when they are connected, then we are in Udasin. We are in more neutral. Our Ida and Pingla, Sushumna, are combined, and we are in the Sushumna. We are more on the feeling. We are more centralized. We are more equanimous. And there is a beautiful little story which comes from one of the saint, the Bulle Shah, who was a saint in Punjab. And one of the person, Bulle Bhatake, went there looking for him. And when he found him, he asked him that I am looking for God, but I can't find God. My mind is not stable. What should I do? And at that time, Bulle Shah was in the garden and he was just planting some plants and watering and doing the gardening. And Bulle Shah says very simply that Itho putto Ithe laga means whatever the anxiety, whatever your logical mind, whatever it is, you have to bring it to calmness. In other words, take this plant, put it over here. So take all these negative thoughts and bring it here. So see how this guy is jumping here from here and creating the bridge. And this is what he said, create the bridge and move from this side to this side. And this is how our body, Jeev Atma, by doing little by little, becomes Dharmatma. Atma is the same, but now it moved to the higher level. And by doing good action, dharma, following on dharma, fulfilling on divine duties, right, living righteously, one becomes Mahatma. And then practicing more goes to Paramdham, feels Paramatma. So this is the highest conscious level. And that's where we feel our body, mind, and soul is all connected and we feel well. So here is, what do we need to do here? We have to reprogram our mind. We have to self-discipline and self-transform. That is the message here. Because Gita also, in Gita, Lord Krishna says, Uddher Atma Atmanevna Atmanev Vasadayet Atnevi Bandur Atmano Atnevi Ripur Mana. One must lift himself by himself. In other words, we have to do this job ourselves and not degrade ourselves. The self alone is his friend and alone is his enemy. Bandhur Atma and Ripu. Ripu means enemy. So one is himself, friend or enemy of himself. And who is the friend? Bandhur Atma Atmanasev. The one who is Yogam Mev Atmanam Jitta. One who has, through the yoga, through the living in the consciousness of supreme power, one can overcome with that. But the who is the enemy, but for one who has not conquered himself is the enemy. In other words, who has not control on his own emotions, is not aware. The person is, this is the person who is the enemy sitting in the mind. So what are the practices we need to do here? We need different spiritual practices. For body, Anmaya Kosha requires different type of practices. Pranmaya Kosha requires different type of practices. Manomaya Kosha, breathing. Vijnanmaya Kosha, Anandmaya Kosha, all these practices. So for the conscious level, where we are just right now sitting at the body level, we must live in the awareness, witness ourselves and practice goodness. Goodness means speak good, think good. I just put it here, see good, do good, think good, all the good. We have to practice the goodness, goodness, goodness. In other words, we should make the best use of our mind, our eyes, our ears, our mouth, our tongue, our hands, and we go to right places. And at the same time, we should do karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga. All we have to practice the teachings of Bhagavad Gita and then do the asanas. Here, I also put it here, Ashtang Yoga, Patanjali's Ashtang Yoga, Yama, Niyama, asanas, and the pranayam, contemplation, meditation, and samadhi. All these steps are there. So for subconscious level, for the mind, for the manomaya kosha, we have to do pranayam, we have to do recitation of Om mantra, meditation for manmaya bhakti. You know, there is a very beautiful verse in chapter 8 that we should put our mind on the consciousness of supreme power and meditate. Many times we contemplate on many things, and we think we are doing the meditation. I'm thinking this, I'm on my this thought, this is all contemplation. Meditation is nothing but just that only one thought, only God, God, God. We focus on the supreme power, nothing else. And then there should not be any other thoughts coming at that time, because we are very close to the samadhi level. And we also do the chakra energy balancing, affirmations, and for the super conscious level, for the Anandamaya Kosha, that's where the samadhi part comes, the higher level of meditation comes. That's why all these steps are very, very important, including meditation, including physical exercises. And that's where I keep referring to the calendar. But here just I summarize it, that for us to easy to remember, that how can we do the spiritual practices, because and then know ourselves, because the purpose is to know who I am. And Bhagavad Gita in chapter 343 verse says, knowing the self to be superior to intellect, mind, and senses, one should purely fight and steady the mind through regular spiritual practices. Previously, it shows the path that body is the lowest, then the senses are next, then mind is the next, and then the supreme power, the Atma, is the next. But here it says, once we know our intellect, our mind, our senses, our body, then we should learn to purify these. And once we do these spiritual regular practices, this is why we experience them. So again, this is each kosha. This is the relationship with body, food, senses, and mind, and pranic energy, Vijnanmaya kosha, intellect, Anandamaya kosha, supreme consciousness. And here is a summary of the problems: impure and unhealthy lifestyle, and 5 plus 2 enemies, Kam, Krodh, Lo, Moh, Ankar, which explains in Gita verse. And then our Manmaya kosha. This is a mind with negative thoughts, emotions, and too much irregularities in our breath. Because when we are in that state of disturbance, our breath is affected. Our breath is not normal, calm, and that's where it becomes very irregular, and it disturbs our wisdom and disturbs our peace. So here are the solutions again in summary: eat sattvic food and do the selfless service. In other words, practice karma yoga. But karma yoga cannot be practiced alone. It has to be combined with love and compassion for the benefit of all, with wisdom, with gyan. Neki kar kuएं mein dal, with wisdom, not blindly. Then we can have a healthy body. And then with the senses, we should practice the goodness, do the asanas. And then positive affirmations, which we always have it in our meditation. Study Bhagavad Gita, do meditation, and then we have a stable mind here. And then pranayam, we should do alom vilom. There are brahmaris and all the 5 different type of pranayams. Then we are more connected with our chakras, our inner being. And then practice silence. Here it comes the Vijnanmaya kosha. Practice silence. Of course, all the above what we did, but added more night. Now here is the silence part of it. And when we are quiet, especially we experience in meditation, all of a sudden we get some thoughts which we never thought about. All the divine thoughts come at that time. Our inner voice, intuitions start coming. And then with the Om mantra, Anandamaya kosha meditation, affirmations, which we practice in each session, then we experience that I am Satchit Anand. So this is how we practice. Again, in summary, our 30 days planner, develop the equanimity, because equanimity is just below the Satchit Anand experience. So all this is for self-transformation. In other words, this enemy mind, which was enemy, now it becomes friend. And all these blocked, unaligned koshas are now aligned. But we have to practice here Patanjali's Ashtanga Yoga, meditation, Bhagavad Gita's teachings, and put Bhagwanji, your Om mantra, in your mind and your heart. Here I put it in heart. Gita and Bhagwanji is in the heart, in the mind. But we have to practice starting our day in the morning with Om mantra, reading Bhagavad Gita. And then make sure we do our yoga, pranayam, meditation. Now you can see the why this calendar has been prepared and why all these things are included in this calendar. Because to align our chakras, align our koshas. And then during the day, take one thing at a time. Whatever is bothering you, jealousy, some bad habits, some vices, some disharmony, which you feel that you could do better on it. Adveshta, Sarva Bhutanam, Mitra Karun Evja. Chapter 12, those 39 qualities. Santushta, Sattam Yogi, Anipeksha, Suchir Daksha, Shubha Shubha. I mean, everything is there. Nindya, Prasansha, Sam Shatrucha, Mitrecha, everything is there. That's why Guruji always said, read Bhagavad Gita chapter 12 every day, just to refresh our memory. It gives us a reminder booster that what we need to improve upon. And then in the evening, we should again sit down and meditate and evaluate. How did I do it? And then let go. Sarva dharman paritajyam mamekam sharanam vraj aham tvam sarpapebhyo mokshashyami mashucha. So Bhagwan is with us. So we pray. And this is how we align our kosha and we experience healthy body, peaceful mind, and connection to the supreme power. And here, not only connection, but here you can have a healthy body right here, healthy mind, peaceful mind, and then connection to the supreme. So total wellness. So these are the benefits. I just kind of summarize it. Our life is more balanced. We are not the slave of mind, but mind is under our control. And it feels that, I made during the meditation, when I say feel the vibration on the top of the head, this is what you feel. When you feel it, this is exactly what you feel. And you feel very peaceful, you feel very positive. And look at the big smile, even though you are sitting closed eyes, your smile never goes away. And so I live in peace. My thoughts are peaceful here. And then everything gives us a peaceful life. So homework time. Again, do I practice yoga? Do I practice Patanjali's Ashtanga Yoga, which is given in the calendar? Am I aware of my vices, anger, desires, whatever? We all know those, what we have to work on it. Do I get angry? Am I fearful? Am I worried? Am I losing the sleep at night? Etc. We have to pay attention to it. And then do I do my asanas, pranayama, again, Ashtanga Yoga's thing? And do I meditate? And so continue to practice this. This is our homework. And live in the awareness. And our sankalpa is, I know my true self. In other words, I work toward aligning my koshas and experience happy, healthy, and peaceful life. That is our sankalpa. So we should always remember sankalpa bhavan. This is the power of sankalpa. Kamostattva, without desires, unduly worldly desires. And manse indriya gramam, always our man indriya gramam must be connected with supreme power. And then little by little, buddhya buddhi greta, our buddhi will transform because we have affirmation. So this is little by little, step by step. But the condition is atma sanshay mana kratmana kinchita pichintiyat. Then don't think about anything else. Just feel, experience, and live in the consciousness. Then we can, like a turtle, little kachwe ki chal. This is not a khargosh ki chal. This is kachwe ki chal. We all read that story in our child in primary school, that it is the kachwa is the one which reaches there. So it is not a fast activity, but it's a slow activity. So have a patience, patience, patience. And don't be a khargosh, like, impatience and lose the battle. Just like a kachwa, one step at a time. So here I put the point that what is the true nature? The true nature, my true nature is Satchit Anand. Anger is not my true nature. Hatred is not my true nature. Resentment is not my true nature. My true nature is Satchit Ananda. Jealousy is not my true nature. Dejection is not my true nature. Restlessness is not my true nature. My true nature is Satchit Ananda. Laziness is not my true nature. Sickness is not my true nature. My true nature is Satchit Ananda. So, we do not have to call ourselves lazy, sick, all that, because I am not sick. I am not lazy, because I'm Satchit Ananda. So I'm love, peace, Ananda. So from now on, do not label yourself, I am lazy, I am sick, I am whoring, my lifestyle is, I am stupid, I am this. Sometimes we say that. That's why our Guruji Hamesha says, don't say yourself in the Aarti, main moorakh kal kaami. Say, main sevak kal kaami. So he especially corrected ourselves that even in Om Jai Jagdishare Aarti, where it says Murak, don't call yourself Murak. So this poem has come from my book, that my question and God's answers. So I just refer is that one. So knowing yourself, healing yourself through knowing the power of 5 koshas is a powerful technique. We should align all. So thank you very much for joining and experiencing the connection of body, mind, and soul, and healing yourself.